You learned in physics that energy is the ability to do work. So for living things to function, we need energy, which mostly comes from the food that we eat. For the food to provide us energy that we need, it must be broken down into smaller pieces which body can absorb and utilize. How are these foods broken down into their simplest forms? In this video lesson, we will describe the different organs of digestion. Digestion is the process in which food is broken down into smaller molecules that the body can absorb and use to provide us energy and nourish our cells. As the food enters the mouth, food undergoes two mechanical and chemical phases. During mechanical phase of digestion, food is broken down into smaller pieces by the process of chewing called mastication. Food is also lubricated by the saliva in the mouth and gastric juices in the stomach. During chemical phase, on the other hand, food is acted upon by a chemical substance called enzymes. These enzymes are secreted together with the digestive juices to change them into their simplest equivalents, which can now be used by the body. The organs of digestion are divided into two main parts: the organs of the alimentary tract or the gastrointestinal tract, which is a series of hollow organs joined in a long, twisting tube in the mouth to the anus, and the accessory organs, which pour out secretions that is essential in the chemical digestion of food. Digestion begins in the mouth or the oral cavity. The mouth contains the following structures. Teeth functions to physically break down the food. The tongue functions for tasting, mixing, and swallowing food. And the palate that is located in the mouth's upper boundary where food is pushed against when chewing. Food that enters the mouth is lubricated and chewed until it forms into a ball-shaped mass called bolus. The pharynx or the throat is the common passageway for digestion and respiration. In swallowing, the swallow reflex relaxes a sphincter muscle and raises the epiglottis to cover the opening of the trachea. This process allows the food to pass. The epiglottis prevents the bolus from entering the trachea. During the act of swallowing, the bolus passes through esophagus to the stomach. This process is called peristalsis. Peristalsis may be associated to a wave that is moving through the muscles of the internal organs. Stomach is a hollow and curved organ that functions for the storage and breakdown of food. The stomach has two sphincter muscles that prevent the backflow of food. The contraction or churning of the stomach mixes the food with gastric juices until the food is changed into a chyme. A chyme is a semi-fluid, partly digested food. As the food churns in the stomach, the sphincter muscles in the stomach are closed to prevent the backflow of food. The small intestine is the longest organ of the digestive system. It is also considered as the organ that completes the digestion and absorption. It has three main sections known as duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. The large intestine or the colon performs three main functions. It absorbs vitamins, reabsorbs water from the undigested residue, and it also serves as a temporary storage of the fecal materials. The end of the digestive tract is the rectum and anus, which functions as the storage of feces and the exit point of fecal materials respectively. Accessory organs have ducts and openings that secrete substances that facilitates chemical digestion of foods. This includes the liver, the second largest organ. It produces bile from the bilirubin, which emulsifies fats and neutralizes the acidity of chyme from the stomach. Gallbladder, which serves as the temporary storage of bile, and the pancreas, which functions as both exocrine and endocrine glands. It is also responsible for secretion of enzymes amylopsin, trypsin, stepsin, and nuclease. These enzymes are essential in the chemical digestion of food, which will be discussed in the next video. If you like more science videos, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Thank you, and always remember that you are all awesome.